Kabar menarik buat teman yang suka pakai Dream Ina. Jadi yang terbaru sekarang ini ada model gambar terbaru ya, yaitu
Hello, Prof. Dinfo. How are you?
Eri,
Long time see you.
I'm cool, I'm cool, I'm cool. How
Okay,
about you?
yeah, yeah, me too. Okay, thank you
Great.
for joining our webinars. Yeah,
Thank you. Thank you.
In Senegal now it's midnight. Yeah, already midnight. What time is
Yeah,
it in
it's
Senegal?
1 a.m.
Oh,
You're right.
sorry, I disturb
That's
your
okay.
yeah. Okay, it's supposed to be it's time for your sleep. Yeah?
Yes, yes, but
Hmm.
it's okay.
Oh, it's
It's
okay.
very
Okay.
nice. Mhm.
Morning, Mr. Jen.
Hello, how are
Hi, Mr.
you?
Jen. Nice to meet you. I am Dasep.
Nice to meet you too.
Yeah. I am a colleague for from.
A colleague of Dr. Eri, right?
Where are you now, Mr. Jen? In Senegal?
No, I'm not in Senegal. I'm in Burkina
Oh,
Faso.
yeah.
Yes.
Neigh- Neighbor of Senegal, yeah?
Yes. It's a
Different
neighbor
country.
country. I arrive around 8 p.m.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, okay. PM.
Yeah.
Assalamualaikum, Pak Eri.
Sep, Waalaikumsalam Pak Sep. Alhamdulillah
Kumaha
sehat.
damang? Where
Alhamdulillah.
are you now?
Yeah, I'm at home.
Jen, you know Sundanese language?
No, I want to learn actually.
Yeah. In Sundanese, how are you today? Kumaha damang?
Mantap.
Yeah.
That's nice.
And what we are waiting now? I think our sleep committee is not
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we are
started
going
yet.
to start the agenda.
Okay.
All right. Honorable Head of Research Organization for Agriculture and Food, Honorable Head of Research Center for Freshwater Aquaculture, Honorable Speakers, ladies and gentlemen, Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Good morning and welcome to webinar on integrated rice fish farming and aquaponics, a pathway to enhance food security and sustainable agri-fisheries. Today, Monday, December 15, 2025. Ladies and gentlemen, to begin our agenda today, please welcome for the speech, pre-mark speech, the head of research organization for agriculture and food, Miss Puji Lestari, PhD. Pada Ibu Puji kami silakan.
Thank you, Pak Tasmi. I think we will give in video streaming. You have the video ready? Okay, maybe next, Pak Tasamir, if you don't have the video from Dr. Puji.
Okay. All right. So, ladies and gentlemen, next speech will be delivered by Honorable Head of Research Center for Freshwater Aquaculture. Please welcome Dr. Fahru Rozi. Silakan Pak Fahru Rozi.
Okay, thank you, Pak Tasamir. Very early morning in the Burkina Faso, Professor Pa. I really appreciate your time to share with us in this really early morning. And yeah, thank you very much for your time to share with us. So I'm Pak Rozi, the head of Research Center for Freshwater and Aquaculture, and I'm very happy to meet with you. So
Thank you.
yeah, I think this today webinar is very important for us here in Indonesia, especially for our research center, because in Indonesia, as you know, all of our people, mostly, yeah, 90% we, or maybe 100% we eat with rice every day, 3 times a day. And if we can also do now together with rice, I think is rice and peas, I think is very important for us to produce more sustainable food in Indonesia. So, so first, I would thanks to Professor Pram from the University of St. Anta Diop, Dakar in Senegal. Today we'll talk concerning the assessment of the growth performance of rice and tilapia in rice field, in pond, and also in aquaponic system in Senegal, and also our senior researchers, Mr. Eri Stiadi will talk concerning the rice field farming system and aquaponic as a sustainable model for food production. So, ladies and gentlemen, so perhaps we can learn this method how to produce rice and peas in a more sustainable way. Okay, that's all from me. Thank you once again, Profile, and also Mr. Eri Setiabudi. Thank you, and back to you, Pak Tasamir.
Yeah, thank you very much, Dr. Fahru Rozi. Next, we are going to have our pictures taken together. So please turn on your camera and look at the camera, please. Rekan-rekan panitia bisa membantu untuk screen capture. Okay, let me count 1, 2, 3. Once again, 1, 2, 3. Sekali lagi kami mohon kesediaan rekan-rekan panitia untuk bisa membantu screen capture. Okay, thank you very much. Now, ladies and gentlemen, we are going to enter the presentation and, of course, the discussion session. And for this session will be led by Dr. Hatim Al-Basri. To Dr. Hatim Al-Basri, the time is all yours.
Thank you, Pak Samir. I think everybody can hear my voice, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, clearly, Prof. Hatir.
Okay, thank you. I think I would like to introduce myself first. My name is Hatim Al-Basri, of course. I'm also from the Research Center for Freshwater Aquaculture. And today I'm gonna be sharing this or moderating this webinar. And before we start, I think it is important to observe the ground rules of our discussion for today. First, I think we will have two panelists over here, experts, who will deliver their presentation. And I think if I'm correct, each presenter will be allocated at least 20 minutes, or you can go beyond that, which is not a problem. So, but don't go over 30 minutes, please, because I think we'll only have like 1.5 hours. a time to, for both presentation and a question and answer. And the second thing is that I hope that everybody who are participating this webinar, hopefully they can mute their, their voice, right? So that the presenter can focus on their presentation. I think we agree on that, yeah? And then right now we have 46, and hopefully it will go up more as the time progresses. So I think that is basically the ground rule that we have to observe during this webinar. And the third one. So despite that there will be 2 sessions, I was thinking that I think because both presenters have a really similar, what do you call it, a research focus that they're going to be presenting for today. I think it is not good just to have one session with question and answer. So I think we will have Professor John. Hopefully I pronounced your name right, Professor John.
Yes,
I
it's
think it's
okay.
French, right?
Yes.
Cool. And then Dr. Eri, so they will, present, and then after that we will follow up with the question and answer, because we only have 2 presenters. I think that is more efficient. And then the question can be also answered if a question is directed to Mr. Eri. Probably Professor John can also, provide other insight. So I think that will be more interactive that way. I think we can agree on that, yeah, Professor John and Pak Eri, Pak Dr. Eri?
Yes, of
That's okay.
course. Thank
Oh.
you, Prof. Hatim.
Thank you.
Yes, I think that is a better way to do this webinar. So I think I'm gonna start with Professor John. Sorry, it's 1 a.m. Yeah, 1 a.m. And hopefully you have a good cup of coffee in front of you. So before I will let Professor John to present his presentation, I would like just to go, a little bit of overview of his research and background. So, and actually, Professor John, your date birth is really close to mine. So I'm 7 June.
Oh.
You're 30. So we have like a similar and 1977 too. So we both on the same age.
Yeah.
So Professor John is an associate professor at the of the aquaculture at the Sheikh Anta Diop University of Dakar. I think everybody knows Dakar, right? The famous rally, how do you call it? Rally championship held every year, I think, yeah. And he has been a researcher and a lecturer for over 14 years. He published a lot of papers in fish nutrition, molecular, and aquaculture disease. And he also has some experience in as a consultant for several international organizations. I think, oh yes, he, Professor John completed his study in University of National Taiwan Ocean University for his master, and at the University of Miyazaki, Japan, for his PhD. I think that is basically what I can introduce for Professor John. And I think without further ado, I would like to give the screen so that you can present your presentation. So please go ahead, Professor Jean. Can you share your PPT, or the host already given you?
I think the host already.
Okay,
Oh,
cool.
The host.
Okay. Is that the host or me? Or maybe I let the host to give.
Yeah, I think that is also good.
Okay. Let me see.
So,
Alphabet. Maybe better.
mhm.
Is it possible that they show the PowerPoint from there?
I think so. I haven't got your presentation. I asked yesterday, but I haven't got it. So, is there anyone over here, Paidil? Do you have the
I sent it to Dr. Ellen.
Prof. Hatin already sent in the morning to Bu Sustanti the
yeah.
presentation. Yeah.
Can somebody send me so that I can operate it for Professor Jean?
Oh, sawas. Kasi masing bebe na, hindi ngerti na. Bahasa Jang.
Okay. Maybe. Okay, I will send. Yeah, I will send
Yeah,
to the host. Who is the host? Prof. Hatin.
Sure.
I will send to.
Just send it to me, Pairi.
Okay. I will send you. Okay.
Operate the
Thanks.
presentation
Okay.
for
Okay.
Professor. Yep. Thank you. Sorry, Professor Zhang. So we have a little bit of technical glitch today. Early morning is always like this. So
yeah.
especially for you,
Because
right? Because you are
it's
one.
good to be awake.
Right. Yes, I agree with that.
Kumaha ngapain sih adik ya kan aturan yang udah pernah yang udah tahu tuh gimana.
Okay, but Prof. Hatim, I already sent to the
Okay,
work of the Chris.
got it.
Yeah, Chris.
So I'm downloading it now. Give me a
Yeah.
sec. Cool. There you go. Can you see it, Professor Jean?
Yes.
Cool. Okay, so I'm gonna show it.
Mm-hmm.
Can you see the whole screen or just like a video?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, that's okay.
Cool. Yeah, go ahead.
Okay. Good morning, everybody. I would like to say thank you to all the staff of your institution, and I would like sincerely to thanks Dr. Eri for organizing this webinar, for visiting us in Senegal, and for providing us valuable training in aquaponics. His support and expertise have greatly contributed to strengthening our knowledge and skills in this field. Today, I will try to talk about the assessment of the gross performance of rice and tilapia in rice field, in ponds, and in aquaponic systems in Senegal. Please. Transition from hunting to domestication of wild animal, from gathering to aquaculture, and from catching wild fish to farming various species constitutes a major turning in human history and lead to settlement of human and more stable food supplies. In the context of climate change and increase of competition over natural resources such as water, animal and plant resources, greatest challenges now is to feed more than 9 billion of people around the world. So integrated aquaculture is one of the solutions to meet this challenge. In Senegal, for example, a country where the national dish is cebujen in Wolof, which means like fried rice and fish. In 2025, 911,000 tons of rice were imported from China, from Japan, from Thailand, and from Indonesia, marking an increase of 46% compared to last year, 2024, with a per capita of rice consumption of 23.3 kilograms per person per year. Yes, please. Attempt to do rice fish farming was conducted in Senegal in 1982 and in 1983 by the Peace Corps Volunteer of America in the north part of Senegal, especially in Podor. And that project was funded by the USAID and the SAED of Senegal, using Niloticus and Indonesian rice named KN1H350 variety was used. This means that half of our rice is used for cebujen. Professor was saying that in Indonesia, you use rice a lot in the morning and in the afternoon, but in Senegal also, people, they eat a lot of rice. However, this rice, mostly, I may say that 80% or more than 80% is imported. While Senegal is having a lot of water resources, a lot of water bodies like the Senegal River, the Gambian River, the Casamance River, we have a lot of sands and remnant resources and fertile land also. However, what we are culturing as rice is not sufficient. So the experience of rice fish farming in and out the rice field was conducted by our institution. Please. Some area of researches in aquaculture. I would like to highlight here the main type of aquaponics or aquaponic system that we are using. The first one is open aquaculture or aquaponic system, where wastewater is used to irrigate, plants on soil or with soilless cultivation. And the second one, please. The second one was about like a closed system where the water is recycling. And down of the system, you have like fish farming, and on the top, we have like plant leaves or plant with fruits that can be grown at using this aquaponic system, please. And you can see this is a pond which is full of like 3,000 of fish. And on the top, we have the Chinese cabbage that we are trying to culture on the top using charcoals. And yes, please. So in this slide, I wanted to show a small experiment that we conducted in Senegal based on the knowledge and the know-how we get during the training of Dr. Eri when he was in Senegal. So we tried to do rice seedling, and then after the seedling, we tried to dig some holes on the pipes and make a recycling system. So after 3 months and a half, nearly 4 months, we could harvest the rice, as you can see. So on the top left side, so we try to compare like bags, plastic bags, which are containing soil with the recycling aquaculture system. So in terms of result, please. You can see that for the temperature during the experiment, it ranged between 25 to 32 degree, and the pH was between 6 and 8. The green one is the cultivation of rice with soil, and we use tap water to irrigate the system. In the red one, we have the water coming from the rice ponic, the aquaculture system, I mean, where we are raising fish. So in terms of the size of the stem of rice, you can see that it varies between 25 centimeter to 145. And if you look at from the from 6-7 weeks up to the end, almost there is no difference between the rice which is cultured in the soil and the other one which is cultured in the pipe, I mean in the closed system of aquaponics. So in terms of yield for the aquaponics system, we could get like 2.55 kgs per 2 square meter. And for the soil culture, we could get like 275 gram in 2 square meter. For the catfish, we could get like 4.85 kilogram with a mean weight of 400 grams. Please. So in this system that we conducted in the south part of Senegal, where I went with Dr. Eri to visit, we tried to like have a refuge pond on the edge of the pond, and after that we do rice seedling, and after the rice seedling we do transplantation in the rice paddy. So after that we stocked tilapia, and what was really interesting in this experiment is we got like small ducks and we divide them in 2 groups. One group was like staying home, and the other group we always bringing in the rice paddy. So at the end of the experiment, we realized that the duck which was like always brought in the rice feed were growing faster than the ducks that we let at home. And after 3 months and a half, we could harvest this right. And as you can see in the last picture, try to enjoy the fish, the tilapia we got in the system, in this rice integrated fish farm, and the rice itself. So the environmental condition during the experimental period was maximum temperature was 27.9 degree, and the minimum was 24.46 degree, and the mean temperature was 25.72. So for the salinity, because it was during the raining season, it varies between 0 to 20 PSU, and the pH was between 5.7 and 7.8. So in this slide, you can see women's like harvesting rice using knife, and in the right side, people catching tilapia. So if you look at the small table, the mean weight was at the beginning of the experiment, we use tilapia of 13.88 grams. And at the end of the experiment, I mean 3 months and a half later, we could get like 83.33 grams. And in terms of weight gain, we got 69.45. For the production, after we estimated the production per hectare, we could get like 100 kilogram per hectare. That I think compared to what you have in Indonesia is not really a good or huge production, you know. Yes. So after we get training from Dr. Eri at Mandina, we tried like to associate, to combine tilapia culture and rice production, but this was out of the rice field or the rice paddy. So what we did was we tried to construct a line of pond and then try to enrich the pond using organic matters. And then after that, we do rice seedling and transplantation. So some months later, as you can see the plant, the rice growing, please. Please, can you go? Yes, the rice start like giving panicles, and then we try to measure the height of the stem, rice stem, and the panicle, and also try to see the evaluate the yield of rice and tilapia. Please. So as a result, you can see from the, we try to divide it, the pond in different rice plot, what I call here PA1, PA2, PA3, PA4, and PA5. And we try to count the number of panicles in the each rice plot. So you can see the number of panicle here increased from 134 to 201 in the PA. And in terms of weight of panicles, it was like between 300 gram to 400 gram based on the rice plot. So for the tilapia weight, we had like at the initial or at the beginning of the experiment, the tilapia were weighing like 11 gram, but after 3 months and a half or nearly 4 months, they were like measuring 112 gram. So I think that is quite okay because as you know, we almost don't give artificial feed for those fish. So in terms of weight gain, we were having like 100 grams. And for the tilapia production, if like we look at for this is actually the rice. I made a mistake. It's not tilapia, but it's the rice production, which is like 224 kilograms per hectare. Please. Yes, I wanted just to show that this station, the time I was taking the picture, we were doing plant leaves culture, but actually it's, we want to try to have like a rice culture in this system. So you can see we have different types of tanks. The small tank are connected to the big one, and the big one are connected to the trench where we have the plant culture. And at the right side of the, or the left side of the system, we have drum filter, which is separating the solid and the water. And the solid waste is used for biogas production. And this biogas is used to like for cooking in the fish processing plants inside we have. And mainly in this system, we use a solar panel for energy. So it's a really very economical system that we want to try to develop the rice fish farming like as aquaponic system. Yes. So for some perspective is to try to develop genetic improvement of aquaculture, specifically in integrated system. So also we want to contribute to the improvement of water quality and fish feed in the integrated aquaculture system. And yes, during experiment that we have conducted in the university, we face a lot of problem related to diseases of tilapia, but all, of course, for plant. So we want to try to do some study more about how to deal with those diseases occurred in the aquaponic system. So we want also to try to have integration like rice and plants, fish and shrimp, or even algae in the marine side. And also we want to try to develop a multi-trophic aquaculture system. So yes, as Dr. Eri know, we don't have much knowledge and know-how on this kind of system, but with a collaboration, I guess, between our institution and your institution, I think we can try to do so many things in terms of aquaponics or aquaculture integrated system. This is a very short presentation that I wanted to share with you, and this was based on the knowledge and know-how we got after the training of Dr. Eri. So thank you again, Professor Eri. We really were happy to have you in Senegal, and we are thinking also, we are hoping that maybe in the near future you will come again to train us again. Thank you very much. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Professor John. This is a really interesting presentation. I didn't know that Dr. Eri was invited to Senegal to give some kind of, share his knowledge to your and your college over there. So I think I'm correct that the next session should be Pak Eri and should not be a, like, what do you call it? Should be a question and answer, because I think Pak Eri can also provide some insight on how his expertise on aquaponics and mina padi. We call it mina padi. Mina means fish. Padi, mina padi, yes, you know, paddy or like rice. Yeah, so call it mina padi. So
Mina padi.
I think he can also give a more a complete view of what we have been done in Indonesia. So, Pak Eri, I think you may start your presentation. So I'm gonna give the screen to you. Please go ahead.
Okay, thank you very much. First, I have to share screen. Wait. Prof. Hatim, do you have my presentation?
No, you can.
No.
You can send
Okay.
it to me, and then I can.
Okay. Please wait. It's confused. Okay, I will send to you. Okay. I sent to the Chris, yeah?
Yep.
Yeah. Wait. Okay.
While waiting for Pak
Okay.
Eri to share his presentation, so for the
I stop the screen
participant, if you have voice, sorry, Pak Eri. So while waiting Pak Eri, so I just want to let the participant know that if you have any question to Professor John or Pak Eri later, please type, or please, you can just raise your hand.
Yes.
Or you can just send via comment box. What are your questions? So, okay, I think we are ready. Give me a sec. Yeah, is it full screen now, Pak Eri?
Yeah, okay. Good morning, everyone. Good midnight uh, for Prof. Jin. Thank you for your join to our webinar, and also Prof. Hatim as a moderator. I would like to try to the presentation of the rice field farming and aquaponic as a sustainable model for food production. This is the it's the time is very limited because Dr. Jin is already midnight, and maybe I just little bit faster for the presentation. Okay, the introduction, the rice field farming in the system as in aquaponic is crucial for sustainable food system, where both the system are a model of integrated sustainable agri-fisheries. So the benefit of the RFFS and aquaponics increase the income and efficient water use, high productivity, improve soil health, boosting food security and environmental health, reduce the fertilizer, and so the last is the eco-friendly. Next. This is the history of the rice field farming system in Indonesia. Initially is the rice field farming introduced by the Chinese immigrant in 1860 at Ciamis, West Java, and then it's called Mina Padi. Mina is already explained by Prof. Hatim. Mina is fish and Padi is rice. And in 1934, the rice field farming is become developed and distributed to another island in my country. You know, in my country is a lot of the island. So the rice field farming distribute to the Sumatra, Bali, and Celebes Island. But this is I divide three model of the rice field farming: this conventional and semi-intensive and intensive. So in 2000 and 2030, the rice field farming is distributed to center of Java, the Sumatra, Celebes, and also Borneo Island. And the method is already intensification and activation about this rice field farming in my country, Indonesia. And 2011 and 2014, it's mostly semi-intensive. Rice field farming is already implemented in my country, Indonesia. And 2015 and up to 2024, the rice field farming is already intensive system. Next. This is the development of the rice field farming implementation in Indonesia. This conventional is only natural resources and human resources. This is the conventional because I divided this in conventional system is we don't give the feed to the fish, just the natural food they can eat for the fish, and the stock density is really low. And for semi-intensive, we just give the feed 1 to 3% of the feed, and then this is the already have the environments do have the market and restaurant as more integrated. So the intensive system rice field farming in Indonesia is already integrated area. I mean, this is a good method for this because the demand of the rice and fish is going increasing year by year. So this intensive should be applied. Then this is the lot of the multidiscipline in the one area of the rice field farming should be collaborate, like natural human research, market, restaurant, education, and ecotourism. This is the last method for the rice field farming in Indonesia. Next. This is the type of transit design. I'm sorry, this is bahasa Indonesia. It's Indonesian language. I cannot say the round the rice field is what keliling Indonesia, and then the center and the diagonal, and also we divide the between the round strands, and also the last is the plus, yeah, or the plus design. Okay, next. This is design construction of rice field farming. I divide three, like conventional, no artificial diet, and semi-intensive, already explained before. and 1 to 2% artificial diets per day per biomass, and intensive 5% of artificial diet per day per biomass. Next, this is the design rice fish farming conventional. This I did in Cianjur. This Gudang. This is the conventional. You see the trench is very not wide, just the 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 trench is only deep 50 centimeter and the wide is only 40 centimeter. Next. Now this is the design of the semi-intensive is a bit different from the conventional, of course. This is the trench is a bit the wide is 1 meter and the deep is 40 to 50 centimeter. Also, this is we can stock the height a little bit higher density compared to the conventional. You can see the right. I think this is the illustration the left, right, and the field rice is the next. Yeah, this the last one of the rice field farming system is the intensive culture. You see that this I think this one is the combine between the deep water pond and the field rice, and combine because in this intensive culture they have the pond around the water channel or trends, and then connected to the deep pond. See, this is a very high density, and of course this is good for the production. I think the fish and also the rice is higher compared to the semi-intensive, intensive, and conventional intensive culture. Next. Now this is stocking density. I mean for the just species of tilapia, catfish, common carp, and elm carp. This the conventional is one seed of fingerling, commonly a seed, and then only one fish per meter square, and semi-intensive 3 to 5 fish per meter square, and for intensive is 20 to 30 fish per 1 meter square. This is the very you see that the right picture. This is the top is the tilapia, red tilapia, and the under is catfish. Next. This is the conference productivity at I think the Gudang, Gudang village at Cianjur district. I think Cianjur district, West Java. This is like see we have some group of the farmer is 8 group of the farmer, and then they have the different rice field is meter square is pretty different among them, and then the number of stockings like it's called in this Cianjur is called is 1 liter, but is equal to the 600 fishes I think for seed, and then the fish production you can see that like Kelapa Nunggal 1 is 120.5 kgs, and the last is Malabar village is about 110.5 kgs of fishes, but the rice yield is about 5 to 6 tons per hectare. Next. This rice fish farming production of intensive rice fish system in Sambarembe village, Sleman, Yogyakarta, Java Islands. I was visit also a few days ago to the Sambarembe with our team, and then this is the data for the staff extension for the Ministry of Marine and Fisheries. So this is the number of the stock fish. Is the 1 meter square is 25 kgs and also 50 kgs. Fish size 2 and 3 centimeters in total length. And also this is the tilapia. The variety of the rice is Ciherang, it's called. And then the rearing period is around 59 days. Then the number of harvests like this fish 134.5 kgs, and the number of harvests of rice this is very high compared to the other system. The method is 11.2 ton per hectare, and then the number of feed is about 105. For FCR is 0.78, and the second one is 0.88. Next. Yeah, this is comparison between monoculture rice planting and rice fish farming in Kuali village, Ciamis district, West Java, Java Islands. Like this, the paddy variety is I use the Impari 42, and then cultivation period 100 to 110 days, and fish species is tilapia. Fish size stocking is 1.52 centimeter, and the fish harvest size is 10 to 15 gram. Fish rearing period is only 45 and 60 days, and then the fish yield is about 385 kgs. So the paddy is, you can see the mono culture is only 5.8 something ton, and for the rice fish farming is 6.9 thousand for 6,900 ton per hectare. This the rice fish farming is higher than the monoculture. So we can reduce also the fertilizer usage. This is the urea is used 140 for the rice monoculture, where for the rice fish farming is only 70 kgs. And so also the SP36 is called the SP, maybe this is the phosphate, I think. And the KCL is 50 kgs, but the rice fish farming is only 30 kgs. We can set for 20 kgs. Next. This is the sustainability challenge in my country about the rice fish farming. The first is intensification, this implementation of rice fish farming at center of rice production site. And the second is extensification, implementation of rice fish farming on rice field and appetite area, swampland and peatland. The social problem is conflict of interest, like a settlement and other industry and road, and also the habit of the fish farmer themselves is about the behavior or something like that. It's very difficult. I mean, for the third problem, like social problem. So this is the problem. The problem is the extensification is like implementation for rice field farming. Even if in my country, in Indonesia, is a lot of quite of the rice field, but for the like for the area swampland and peatland, or also the appetite area, is very difficult to apply of the rice fish farming system, because the pH is very low. Is sometimes under 3 pH the value. So maybe the fishes cannot survive about like this pH. But for next future, we have to I think the what's called the engineering of the genetic should be done to make the variety of the kind of the species of fish they resistant to the pH value. So, and then also the technology of rice fish farming is different for the I think make the methodology for the rice fish farming is on the specific location. This is very important. But the third problem is very difficult. The social problem is of course in this problem is like human habit. Because maybe some farmers said, "Oh, I just this is very hard to work, or more intense than the monoculture." That's a problem in my country. Next, this question. This is different topic, but the same as integrated aquaculture. This is the small scale aquaponic in Indonesia. Next. The definition of aquaponics is integrated farming between fish and vegetable. This is symbiosis mutualism. This is so next. Yeah, this is the symbiosis mutualism illustration. when we give the food, and then fish releases the ammonia, and then the broken down by ammonia oxidizing bacteria, and also from the ammonia change to the form of the nitrate, and from the nitrate breakdown from the nitrate oxidizing bacteria. From the nitrate, they change to the form to the nitrate. Nitrate is very important for the plant. This is used for fertilizer. So in aquaponic system, we have three pillars. We have the component important, like fish, plant, and bacteria. Cannot be separated among them. Okay, next. Indonesia have 5 system design construction of aquaponics. The simple one is the floating or rafting without electricity. It's just floating land. And the second is surface flow. Surface flow are irrigated in equal to the irrigated hydroponic in the world. But in my country it's called the surface flow. And then we use the pump, also the sini water pump. And the bottom flow is same equal to the NFT nutrient flow techniques. It's called in another country. And then for the ebb tide is called this is the fourth type system design. Ebb tide is sometimes the water is coming up and then coming down through back to the this pond. And this in another country said not ebb tide but maybe ebb flow. It's the same. And then the last is I create the rasponic. Rasponic is combination between recirculating aquaculture system and hydroponic. That's called the rasponic, because in this rasponic we can increase the productivity and also the better product of the vegetable, leaf vegetable, and also fruit vegetable. Next, this is the floating rafting system design. This is without electricity, something like that. This is the design, the concrete pond for fish pond. Next, this one the sample for the catfish. This is Clarias sp. This from your country, from Jin, from Senegal. Clarias sp. I don't know the kale. I think the name now. This is one the vegetable. The vegetable is called kailan. Kailan. What the name in English? I don't know, but maybe kale. Kailan. And then next, this is water spinach. See the water spinach. And then next, this is the surface flow design or irrigated hydroponics system, when the water distributed by the water pump to the top of the bucket, and then the outlet and the under of the bucket. This is the same. I give you this technology to you, Prof. Jin, in Senegal. But not square tank, but this is the square tank, different. But this one is the bottom flow design, or NFT, this called. But the standing one beside the tank is called the filter, the physical filter and biological filter. Next, this is I already implemented this is the catfish and also the water spinach. Next, this is the standing one. This is tilapia. This is the different stocking density, but I didn't put the data. This is quite a lot because there's 5 system. If I put everything, and then it's not enough the time. This is the lychee. The higher stocking density is more better for the growth of the water spinach plant vegetable. Next, this one, the peptide design. This you see the peptide design is. Next, now this one, the implementation of peptide design. The left is the water spinach, and the right is the eggplant. We can combine in the one bucket. We can plant it 3 times of the vegetable species. Right. Next, this one, the rasponic. This you see this is the bed design. The blue the blue gallon is the tank. This is called, it's the filter, physical filter and biological filter, and the last also the biological filter. And we have three bed design. Next. Yeah, this one the catfish also. This is a 500 fish for the meter square. The stocking density is very high. Next. See, it's very high, the stocking density. Here's they produce the 400 kgs catfish. The size of the tank is 3 wide and 3 long. For the depth of only not 1 meter, but only 18 centimeter. Next. Yeah, this one already planted water spinach and also chaisim. Maybe chaisim, I don't know in English, but chaisim. And next, and then this is also the rasponic combination between eptide and bottom flow or MFTC. This is the paturasan vertibiophonic. This is very a lot. The pond size is only 2 meter wide and 3 meter long and depth of 1 meter. You see the orange, the gallons, we have three tank for the critical for the filtration. Next. This one, the rasponic, we use F-type system. It's called. Just the center is the blue tongue. The gallon is the physical filter, and then left, right, like the bucket, the big bucket is for the biological filter. I put inside the bioball. Next. Yeah, this one, the catfish, you see, is this this is also I harvested the 400 something kgs for 2.5 months culture period, and is equal to the 50 kgs per meter per cubic of the catfish. Next. Yeah, this one, the performance of I compared to the bucket and the bed system of the rasponics. This is initial length. It's not a bit, I think it's almost the same. Like the survival rate is 77 point something and then 80 point something. But the biomass, the final is a bit different, yeah, for 103.5 kgs, and for the bed is a bit higher for 123.6 kgs. During the period of the culture, I removed the removal of the sludge because the catfish is a lot of the sludge, just like waste, just only 10% for the water volume. Next. This is the benefit analysis of the comparing between the bucket and the bed aquaponics. I just said not totally, but it's a bit different. Like, but almost the same. I think the benefit cost is 1 million point some 2.200 for 1.24 and then 1.27 something millions. I think the benefit cost. Next. Oh, already finished. Thank you very much. This is
Really
the
handsome.
harvest. Yeah. Okay, thank you very much. We give back to your time for the place and to Hatim. Thank you
Okay.
very much for Hatim.
Thank you, Pak Dr. Eri. I do want to apologize to Pak Dr. Eri because I didn't introduce your bio in the first place. So I'm
It's
really
okay.
so sorry for
It's
that because
okay.
I thought that only our research center will attend this webinar. It turns out that we do have a lot of participants from outside BRIN, for example, from Dinas and then from other institutions, which is really great. So sorry, Pak Eri, but I think everybody knows about Pak Hari, who are one of the
Yeah.
first a researcher who developed aquaponics and mina padi in Indonesia. So I don't really surprised that Dr. Jean, invited him to Senegal, all the way to Senegal to share his expertise. So before we continue with the question and answer, Dr. Jean, I would like just to let you know that we do have a video from our research organization, or we call it chair of the research organization, and this is a must. We have to let the video to be played before we can just enter in the discussion session. Is that all right, Professor John?
All right. Thank you.
Thank you. Sorry, it's already 2 o'clock. 2 a.m. already. But so I will give back. I would like to give back to the MC to play the video of the introduction from Dr. Puji, Professor Dr. Puji.
All right, thank you, Dr. Hatim. So, ladies and gentlemen, once again, like Dr. Hatim said, we are obliged to listen to the remark from the head of research organization for agriculture and food. So, please welcome Ibu Puji Lestari in form of video.
Sorry, Pak Samir, I don't think we can hear her voice. Is there any problem with the video?
Okay. The committee probably can fix the bug, the problem.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. In the name of God, the most gracious, the most merciful. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Good morning, everyone. Excellency, the head of the Center for Freshwater Aquaculture, Dr. Fahru Rossi. Distinguished speakers, Professor Jean for University Cheikh Anta Diop, Dakar, Senegal. Pak Eristiadi, the researcher in the Research Center for Freshwater Aquaculture, BRIN. Distinguished guests, researcher, colleague, or participant. And also the moderator and also the organizer. It's truly an honor to welcome all of you to this international webinar called Aquatalk Series 2 with rice fish farming system and aquaponic, a pathway to enhance food security and sustainable agri-fisheries. Ladies and gentlemen, food security is a fundamental pillar of national development requiring adequate availability, access, utilization, and stability of food supplies for the entire population in Indonesia. And as you know that rice is a strategic staple food commodity, while fish serve as an important source of animal protein. Conventional approaches that spirit the agriculture and fisheries sectors tend to be inefficient and negative external impact. Therefore, innovation in food production system is needed to harmoniously integrate these two sectors. The integrated rice fish farming system, locally known as Mina Padi, is a traditional agroecological practice that has been modified and revitalized. The system involves cultivating fish such as tilapia, carp, or catfish simultaneously or alternately in rice field. Despite its significant potential, the implementation of Minapadi still faces technical and institutional challenges. In-depth research on optimizing planting stocking ratios, efficient water management, and socio-economic analysis is required to support broader adoption. So today's event is expected to serve as a productive scientific forum for exchanges ideas, enriching academic discourse, and generating practical recommendation for the development of Minapadi cultivation in Indonesia. With Bismillahirrahmanirrahim, I officially open to this Aquatalk Series 2. Thank you everyone and have a fruitful discussion. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Now, like Dr. Hatim said before, grab your coffee and enjoy the discussion. And I'm giving back the time to Dr. Hatim.
Thank you, Pak Samir. Yes, I think a good cup of coffee, especially for Professor Zhang, because sorry, Professor, it's already really late, not late, but really early in the morning over there. So without further ado, I would like to open the discussion session. For first, I would like to give directly to the participant who would like to answer direct questions to either Professor Zhang or Dr. Eri. Yes, we got the first one from Professor Andi Parendrengi. Please go ahead, Pak Andi. Make it quick, yeah? Pak Andi, we still can hear your...
Okay, thank you, Pak Tim. Can you hear?
Yes. Yes. We can...
Okay?
Yep.
Okay. Thank you very much, Dr. Hatim. Hello, you can? Hello, Prof. Jane. It's nice to meet you, even though this is the Zoom platform. My name is Andy from the Research Center for Freshwater Aquaculture. I have some just to sharing information, and I would like to get your opinions about the development of the rice fish in Indonesia and also from the Senegal, of course. Based on our field trip on the last week, of course, with Dr. Eri, of course, because he is on rice fish and Indonesia, and some area we have to visited some area of the Minapadi. Minapadi in Indonesia is very familiar. Minapadi in some area in Java, and I would like to share about this information when I have did the field trip to the Java. The most problems I think from the our trip is we get the main problem is sustainability of this program. When in Indonesia, I think, as stated also, Dr. Airi, that the problem is the sustainability, how to develop this program. When the government program is ongoing, I think the farmers is generally get the rice fish. But after the program is finished, some farmers already do not develop. This is the main interesting problem in Indonesia. Prof. Jen, would you like to give me some solution for this problem? Or do you have Prof. Jen have the experience of how to develop the rice fish farming in Senegal regarding to how to develop the sustainability? for this rice farming. Okay, Prof. Zen, this is just our general question for you. Thank you.
Yeah, go ahead, Dr. Zhang. I think
Uh, Thank you very much for your question. As I explained before, Senegal is not really a country where rice and fish farming is well developed. I know there is some trial in 1980, but it couldn't succeed because of the same problem. You know, when it's about project, there is money, so people are eager to go. But at the end of the project, some of them they just stop. They like keep waiting for the government to give again funding. So that is a big problem. Still now in Senegal, we are facing the same problem. So for me, I think it's better not, for example, all the time to give money for those kind of projects, but try to help them like more. For example, for the first year, you give something, and the second year, you try to divide that by two. And at the end of the day, they will try to go by themselves. But if we keep like giving money all the time or supporting them all the time, I think once the project stop, so for them, it's no meaning to continue. So that is a big problem we are facing till now in Senegal. Actually, I wanted to know how Indonesian is dealing with that, but you asked me the question, so that's it. That's it. So yes, I don't know if there is another question.
yeah, I think that is it. Thank you. I think that answered your question, Prof. Andi, yeah? Hopefully. His screen is just freeze. Anyway, so we continue then to hopefully, I mean, the Professor John's answer can, enlighten what Senegal have been doing with the Mina paddy or rice field fish, something like that. Anyway, we continue with
yes.
the.
Yes, I think that we have the same problem of.
Yep, we lost him again. Anyway, so we can move to another question if there from the participant have a direct question to either Professor Jean or Pak Hapson. We can't hear your voice. No, we still can. Pak Hapson, your voice is really nope. We still can hear your voice. Pak Hapson, we can't hear you. We cannot hear your voice. Or is it just me? No.
We can't.
Okay, Pak Hapson, please fix your microphone first again, and then you can come back later, yeah? So, is there any questions from the participant?
There are questions in the chat room, Pak.
Yeah. I just want to ask if somebody wants to, say directly, but if not, we do have some. Yes, we do have some questions, Professor John Paeri, in the chat box. Let's start with the first one. We still have a really long time to go. I think we have like 40 minutes. Yeah, 30 to 40 minutes time to for a question and answer. So for the first one, question for Professor Jean. So can you read that in the chat box? So from Nurfianto GR Pangindo, I think to repeat that will take a long time. So Professor Zhang, your response, please.
Okay. Yes, that professor asked me the stocking density relative to plant growing area. Yes, for us, we just try extensive system and semi-intensive system. So the first trial we did, it was like just 1 fish per square meter. And after that, we tried to do like less than 5 fish per square meter because we are just learning. Actually, that's why it's very interesting to have this kind of webinar. So we still learning, and we hope in the future we can like put more than that. And there is one video I show in the system that is like 3,000 catfish we put in the same pond of 25 cubic meter. So that means 120 fish per cubic meter. So we are hoping like in the future to settle like a rice aquaponic for that, but that's gonna be like an intensive system. So how stable are water parameters, ammonia, and so on? For the first one we did in Casamas, that is based on the raining season. So obviously it's gonna change because like from June going to September, the water is increasing. So after September, like is that the dry season is starting, so the level of the water also decrease. So obviously these parameters are going to change. That's why if you look at the salinity, I say it varies from 0 to 22. So the 0, it was in the middle of the raining season, but at the end of the raining season, because it's just near the Casamas River, of course, there is intrusion of the salinity. So that was a big problem. And I remember when we went there with Dr. Eri, he was trying to give a solution about that. So making some pipes in order to flush like the salinity toward the Casamas River. And there is another question.
I think there is about the disease that you might have experienced when trialing out the
Yes, we got like Aeromonas hydrophila disease, not TLV, and that was difficult to cure. Even though we tried to use like how to call it, some uh, biosubstance like medicinal plants, but it cannot really cure the system because in those integrated system we cannot use like chemicals because it's so dangerous for the fish. So we are just thinking some alternative way to treat that, but surely it was really difficult to handle.
Okay.
And yes, I think I have another question about rice tolerant to salinity. Of course, the rice we use, we are not developing rice. We just get it from the research center. We call ISRA in Senegal. Those are developing rice. And for sure, the rice we got there, they call is rice, is not really tolerant to salinity. So that's why at Casamas, if we want to do rice fish farming based on the raining season, it's gonna be difficult because at the end of the raining season, of course, we will be facing the problem of salinity. That's why we were like drilling to have like water in order to add in the system. And Dr. Eri saw that also when he was in Senegal too. So those are really big problems that we are facing, and we want to learn from what we are doing. Of course, it's going to be challenging for us, but we would like to to try.
So
Yes.
just my quick question, Professor Zhang, to follow
Okay.
up your explanation. So basically, this area is really close to the shorelines, so that you have like a salt intrusion, sea salt intrusion into the freshwater system.
Yes, because there is the Casamas River. It's not like fully sea water, but it's like a brackish water. And sometimes, yeah, of course, at the end of the raining season, there is intrusion of salinity in the system. So it can be like, harmful for the rice.
Right. Yeah, because I noticed that in some of your picture, there's like a giant shells, So it's like a
Mhm.
marine species or something like that. So interesting.
Mm.
Okay, thank you for Professor Zhang for answering the first participant questions. The second one, I think from Indra Stuti Arumanti from BRIN. Yes, she's from the Research Center for Food Crops. So basically from Agriculture Research Center. So do you use? Oh, I think you have answered this one, yeah.
Yeah. I answer this one also too.
Right. Okay, then. So the next question will be for Pak Dr. Eri. Pak Dr. Eri, please go ahead. You can just read, the whole.
Yeah,
Yep.
I read this from the question from who's Nurfianto Gia Pangidung, I think.
Yep.
Yeah, there are three questions. Is right. The question is can a truly closed loop nutrient cycle be maintained in Minapadi system, or a regular supplement input iron, potassium, and pH adjuster and required? Just the answer number first one. This can truly I didn't exam or assessment the closed loop nutrient cycle in the rice fish farming, but for the increasing of the nitrogens, like the nitrate and ammonia is going up in the rice fish food, but for the element like iron and potassium is not is stable, or sometimes they decrease. So we have to adjust the elements like iron and potassium, because it's very important. The potassium is the calcium for the flower, yeah? Flower of the rice is. So there's the and then also the iron is a very important. But like the element like iron is the different site is also different concentrations. For example, it's like the red soil is the height of the iron, and also for the brown color of the soil is height is the magnesium Mn. So it's also, that's why I told it that we have to make the method specific for local specification for the rice fish farming. Now it's supposed to be developed through the research in this area. Focus for that's the problem. And then also for the observation synergies between the providing nutrient and pest control for rice providing habitat, agriculture, or marginal benefit that risk suboptimal both yields. The second question is the observed synergies. Of course, in this is synergies between the because I divided a three model or the design or method for the rice farming. The conventional is following by the water level of during the plantation of the rice. For example, this only the culture period is very short. It's about the 30 days or 40 days. After that, we have to drain the rice field area from the water. So the fish we have to harvest. So we cannot cutter the fish until the market size or consumption size. This only just for seedling production. For example, from the 2 to 3 centimeters up to 9 to 10 centimeters. This is segmentation for the segmentation culture. For example, for the harvest for the seedling, we culture from in the rice fish farming. So for the conventional method, after we harvest the fish, we have to move to another segmentation of culture period. For example, on net cage you need for the size 10 to 12 centimeter in total length. So after we harvest the fingerling fish, we can continue to the segmentation culture for the fish pond or in the net cage. So that's the conventional. But for the so also the same for the semi-intensive. But for the intensive culture, we can culture period of the fish and from the fingerling up to the consumption size, because we combine already the deep one and also the trench is very deep and wide. That's why the intensive culture is really support for the plant of rice and also for the fertilizer, yeah, because the high density of the fish. But for the element, we have to adjust or we have to add, for example, like KCl, and then like potassium, yeah, and then iron. So for the third question is, does the system truly reduce water pollution? Of course, because we didn't use the artificial fertilizer. Especially for the intensive culture, we don't use the artificial fertilizer. We can the unorganic fertilizer, like the manure, and also the other after we the, the manure, and then the fertilizer from the feces of the fish. Yeah. So the pesticide, we can use the biopesticide. We didn't use the chemical pesticide because the fish will be die. So for example, yeah, the biopesticide we use now in Indonesia is already a lot of produce the biopesticide from. I think we can apply everything for the such kind of the insects attacks or also, but for the like the rat, and we have used the cover the. This is very difficult, but the red like in the West Java, they use the what calls the animal the birds. The birds, I think it's already implemented in center of Java. I was there a few days ago with the also Prof Andi and also the other my team, Pak Abu Safuddin. So they use the like apa Tito Albas. Tito Albas is so this is very eco-friendly.
Okay.
So I think that's
Eri.
the question. Yeah.
Yeah, thank you. So before we move to the next questions, do you have any response, Professor Jang, or you would like to ask, Pak Eri? I think this is your chance to.
Okay, I'm learning from Pak Eri.
Okay.
Because
I'm taking
yeah, because this is really interesting because like Pak Eri said that different soil types also needs different treatments, right? If they contain less iron, they contain manganese, they have to be treated differently, which is really interesting. So, Pak Eri, just to follow up from this question, what did you find in Senegal? I mean, what type of soil that are dominant in Senegal?
Senegal is really very difficult for the rice field because they limited water. So when the Prof Jin said that when I was to Casamance River or Casamance side, this like the biggest water. So it's supposed to be. I think I already also advised him to use the nila saline or tilapia. They have the range tolerant heights for the salinity. So that's the kind of the species. Or we can introduce the shrimp. Like Faname, they can live about the 5 ppt of SU and also 10 ppt of SU. That's the shrimp, I think. We can apply it for the fish species. But the problem, like the Prof Hatim said, that the Casamance River is very interesting species because there are also marine species, fish, and also we got the freshwater species like tilapia and also the what's called the kakap itu apa snapper. Yeah, snapper also. Baramuni and snapper we can get the Casamance rivers. It's a lot of quite of the diversification of the fish species. It's very interesting.
Okay.
So yeah.
Nice. Okay then. So we move to the next question from. Yeah, there are a lot of questions actually. So hopefully, Pak Jean can still be with us. Yeah. So the next question from Indra Stuti, I think Pak Eri.
Yeah. Indra Stuti, yeah. And I wanted to ask the question: how manage the rice under Minapali? Such as do you apply the unorganic fertilizer and pesticide to control the pest disease? And I don't see the 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 control of the disease pest, like we can use the what natural enemy for such kind of the like I didn't put, I already delete the natural enemy like bird, and also spider, ladybug. They can eat the what they call the insect in the rice fields. So it is also eco-friendly, and but the problem is that we use the natural enemy is very slow, very low. So it's have to make the balance about the population of the like the insect with the negative effect to the rice, and also the natural enemy is should be balanced. That's the problem in I think there's a long time ago is already did. I think the Ministry of Agriculture, they developed the animal enemy or insect enemy, natural enemy. So I think we can apply for the rice fish farming. And I didn't recommend it to use the chemical pesticide, because now it's already a lot of the produce of the biopesticide in Indonesia. Is the local production for the biopesticide. You can choose any kind of biopesticide. Yeah.
So the
I
second
think this
question from Indra Stuti.
second question, yeah. Many parties very interesting and should be increasing farmer income, but the technology like not broadened yet in the country. But the really limitation on it. What your opinion? Not so. Yeah, of course the limitation I already told. The rice fish farming is we cannot play implementation for all the side of the Indonesian area, because Indonesian like have a different site, a different soil, and also different water resources. For example, in 2024, I visited to Palembang, Sumatra Island, Palembang, Jambi, and also Palembang, Jambi, and Riau. I mean the rice field, they planted the rice field in the swamp area, and also the tight area. But the problem in this area is very the pH is very low, but we don't have the technology for that. So that's why we call the rice field farming in Indonesia, the total area rice field farming in Indonesia is only 1% for the total 1 billion something, the total of the rice field. That's the problem, I think. That's supposed to be the research is going. But I have the technology for the increasing the pH in the water. I use the constructed wetland, but it's still can establish not yet established. But I already try to apply the constructed wetland in the area which the high the pollution for like heavy metal and also the pH value. So maybe there's such kind of technology can be applied for the future channels or for the rice field farming in the low pH value. So what's the dissemination to the country? Yeah, I already also visit to Senegal. Thank you very much for Jane invite me. So I was wondering, look, when I visit to your Senegal, I don't know which one the technology. But when I arrived in Senegal, said, oh, you have to Minapadi and aquaponic. Wow. First, I don't know. Just I came the agroecology. So for the thank you very much for also the IRD for the friends, for the financing for everything. Asacha, through the Asacha, we can meet Prof. Jin in last year. So I hope also we can collaborate research for the next year, or next year maybe, about the Minapali aquaponic and also IMTA. I already did IMTA in 2013, a long time ago also.
Yep.
The traffic level. Okay.
Cool. So yeah, I think that opens opportunity to have a collaboration, because I think there's some kind of like a funding scheme in BRIN that allows that, what do you call it, cross-site test or trial. So I think that is a really good option, Professor Zhang, to discuss more with Pak Eri to look up for this opportunity of funding.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Actually, in the next year, I will go there for 3 weeks. I
yes,
already get everything from my university.
Okay,
that is
That's
great.
welcome.
Yeah, so that answered the question from from the previous participant, but that this is the type of dissemination that influence others to join. So really
yeah.
great, Pak Eri, really good job, and then Professor John too. So the second question from Lily Soliha directed to Dr. John.
Okay.
So, yep.
So I tried to develop in my presentation like rice and tilapia in a rice field, in the pond, and in the aquaponic system. Like the one in the rice field is really related to raining season. And the one in the pond, the kind of system of pond we have, we got water from a drilling well. So all the time the water is good enough. And for the aquaponic system, the limit of this one is about energy because we are using not solar panel, but we are using directly electricity. So we have limit on that. So for me, I think whether it's tilapia and rice in the rice field or maybe the one in the pond. And I think the one in the pond is really for us easier because if we have like we drill a well and we have solar panel, I think all the time we could like even raining or dry season, we can do rice and fish culture. And yeah, those really system are a bit different as I explained. So, but the most challenging for us is the aquaponic system because we use the power electricity. And yes, I think there is a, yeah, for the economically, we didn't analyze yet because we are just at the beginning. We are just learning. So probably if we develop more and more this kind of integrated system, we will, of course, because in our institution, there is some economists, they can help us to try to analyze this economically. And for the feasibility, I think, yeah, of course, in Senegal, we have huge, space, we have water bodies. I think for me, the feasibility is not a big problem. And yeah, compare it to like land devoted to rice or solely or only fish. For me, what I see, because for the first one we did, we have like a control system that was only rice. The second one was rice and fish. We didn't do only fish, but maybe in the future we can try it. But what I realized that is in the integrated system, the rice was really, growing very well. Even the color was different because, because of the feces of the fish, that is organic matter, really, help to fertilize the rice field. So I think it's a good thing. And
Oh, sorry,
yeah,
Professor John. Before we move to the next question,
mhm.
just I'm curious though.
Yeah,
Africa is known. I mean, you are obviously in African continent, right?
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm,
So African, I mean, the continent is actually rich in biodiversity. I mean, natural body
mhm,
usually are filled with fish. So
mhm.
the choice of using like tilapia or like catfish, is it really a good a good option? Not like other species, a few species that are more like valuable or exotic or something like that.
Yes, I know if we could use like valuable fish like sea bream, sea bass, grouper, yeah, it's gonna be okay. But till now, mariculture is not that developed in Senegal. We only do like tilapia culture, whether it's fresh or marine species. And yeah, the most raised fish in Senegal are tilapia and catfish. So for
Ah.
us, yeah, we don't see like developing very difficult. And yeah, for shrimp, of course, as Dr. Eri said, he advised us to use it. But the main problem we have is whether we have to import it or maybe go for catching, like in the Casamas River. Of course, a friend of mine from France is trying to develop that, but they are facing problem of artificial reproduction. So that is a limit also that we are facing. So tilapia is very easy to reproduce. Catfish also we are doing a lot with that. So I think we can start with those two. And then in the near future, we can see whether we can put shrimp or we can put crabs and so on and so on. Yeah.
Yeah.
And yeah, I will try to answer another question is about the challenges we are facing in Senegal and how is the response of the society. Challenges we Dr. Eri cited some, but I will just focus myself on mainly three. One is about energy in terms of like using aquaponics. In my presentation, I put two. One about the rice ponic, we use electricity. So sometimes if there is power shut, so we have problem. We cannot conduct easily the system. But there is the last one that we want to use to develop rice and fish farming that is only used for solar panel. So in terms of like in the context of climate change, I think that one is a really good one because nothing there can stop us. The water, we can use it many times and the energy also. So I think it's a good selection. The other problem we are facing is what type of rice is really like the selection of rice is a big problem for us. That's why this year we didn't use like the one like mom and dad are using in the rice paddy, but we went in the research center to ask for rice. What type of rice can be like used for that? That is a big problem. And the third one we face many times is about diseases, like plant diseases and animal diseases. In case we have diseases, what to do? As Dr. Eri said, we cannot use chemical. We only can use maybe bioactive compound, you know. So that also is really challenging for us. Yeah, so the other problem challenge, I think, is the same like as Dr. Eri said. So for the society, I think, yeah, when they noticed that we are trying to do rice and fish culture, they were really happy and they were eager to know more about that. Because as I say, the main dish in Senegal is chebujen. Chebujen means rice and fish. So Senegalese, they eat a lot of rice and they like fish too. So if you can combine both of them, I think this is really quite good to develop in Senegal. That's why so many of our friends who are working in the university, when we told them that Dr. Eri was here and they teach us this and this, they were like all the time, yeah, next time if you come, please call us because we want to know more about that. So we are kind of excited, you know. For the society, I think it's no problem. They accept it and they really want to develop that. Yeah. I think, yeah, yes.
Yeah, I think the next question will be is for Pak Eri ya.
Okay.
It's in Indonesian language, so it's about the trench system, you know, which or the trench system in Minapadi. I mean, in the so what are the consideration of the what do you call the pond for the total area to be used for that trench system? I think Pak Eri has already described this.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can just explain, but Pak Eri.
Yeah.
Relating
Okay,
to
this
the,
from Pak Hasbon, yeah.
Mm.
The question. Yeah, I think the trends is like conventional, semi-intensive, and intensive. They have the advantage and disadvantage. Like for the conventional design or method for the rice farming, the trends is very shallow, not deep, and also like the pest, like the rat, they can entrance to the rice field. So but we change the trench, this a bit wide and the depth. Also, we can reduce the rates for pressure like the rates. The presentation for the rice is for the conventional is only 5%, 4 to 5%. The rice field we can use the trench, yeah. But this we can actually we didn't reduce the number of the rice planting because they call this in Indonesia is tumpang sari. They call it tumpang sari. When we planted the seedling of the rice, then for example the distance between the seedling is 20 centimeter, but for the make the trench we can beside we can add the seedling on the center, so the distance between the seedling is about 10 centimeter. After the harvest the fish and reduce the water, so the plant can move to line the line for before we use the trench. So that's the conventional. The conventional for the semi-intensive, the intensive is about the 10 to 20% of the area of the rice field. We can use the fish pond and also the trench. This reduce the 20%, but the production is higher than conventional because the stocking density is very high for the fish. Also, the yield of the fish production is also higher than the conventional. This is the cost benefit, I think, is better than the conventional. But the production, even if they reduce the 20% of the rice area, but the production is higher than the conventional. So I already explained in my presentation. Yeah? So the tonnage, the rice yield is about the 11 ton per hectare, compared to the conventional is only 5 ton per hectare. So that's the my answer. I think
Yeah.
is enough.
Okay, thank you, Pak Eri.
Yeah, welcome.
I don't think we have any other questions, and right now it's already 3.
I think there is one question
Oh.
here for me.
Really? Yes. Yeah. Go ahead. It's actually
Johanna,
yeah. It's the same.
he asked me what the difficulties would encounter the rice field farming program were implemented in the national level.
Yeah.
In Senegal,
It's a hypothetical question.
Senegal, if I divide Senegal in 3 parts, the north part, the central part, and in the south part, is really a bit different. The north part is where we are mainly culturing rice. But the problem is they use a lot of chemicals, like pesticides. And if you go in the central part where I'm living, so the main problem is about salinity. If you go to Casamance, of course, they do rice farming and they use less chemicals compared to the north part. Because I have one PhD student, she's working on pesticide and integrated system. So we could, like in the north part, identify more than 130 types of pesticide that are used in the north part. But in the south part, less than that. So I think the main problem, if we go to the national level, will be like mainly for the north part, the use of chemical. Actually, I tried to meet the one office who are dealing with like irrigation and rice stuff. So when we were discussing, the main problem was about those chemicals. How to do rice and fish culture without using chemicals. So because most of the farmers who are there, sometimes they have invasion of like insects or something like that, they obliged to use chemicals. So at the end of the day, I was telling to my friend, maybe no meaning to go to do rice and fish culture here, because once you do it, they will use a lot of chemicals and probably the fish will die. So the other one will be probably difficulties is about the salinity I'm saying. Maybe as Dr. Eri said, we will try to shift maybe not to use the freshwater tilapia, but maybe the marine tilapia, because we have two types of marine tilapia, Saratorodon and Guineensis, that we can use, or maybe shrimp or crabs. If we use that, of course, yes, it can be. And yeah, I think those are maybe the main difficulties that we will face if we go to the national level. I think, yeah. Yes, I think it's finished.
Yep, I think we don't have any other question, and it's already 3 a.m. over there. Hopefully after this you can get a good sleep. Um, so I think because we don't have any other questions, so I think we can just conclude this, a session of discussion and question and answer. And before I will give back to the MC, I would like to say really thank you to Professor John, who stay up really late today. And also to Dr. Eri, for both of you have been really great. Your presentation are really interesting. And also thank you to the participant. I think this is one of the really, what do you call it, two-way conversation webinar, really good, because we have a lot of questions too. So thank you, Professor John. Really, really, really happy to to know you. Even though
Thank
through
you.
the webinar. Hopefully we can meet next year, yeah, because you
Sure,
plan to
sure,
visit
sure. I
Indonesia.
hope so.
Yeah, that would be great. Okay, then I
Okay.
think that marks the end of my task in this session. So I would like to give back to the MC to conclude this webinar.
All right, thank you, Dr. Hatim. Thank you, Dr. Hatim. And once again, thank you to all speakers that we have today. Once again, ladies and gentlemen, for the conclusion of this event. This webinar has been held to address the growing challenges in food security, environmental sustainability, and farmer welfare by promoting integrated agriculture-aquaculture system. And through discussion we're having today on integrated rice farming, rice fish farming, or Minapadi, and aquaponics, we have shared research finding, practical experiences, and scientific insight to support the development of sustainable and resilient food production system. And once again, thank you to all speakers for their expertise and their insight to all of us for our benefit, of course. And ladies and gentlemen, this is the end of our agenda today. Thank you very much once again to all of you, the participant who have participated in this event. And Pak Harun Rozi, mungkin ada kata penutup atau tidak?
Yeah, maybe I don't have the, thank you, Mr. Tasamin. I don't have the special conclusion. I think Dr. Hatim is already conclude our seminar, but once again, I really want to appreciate your time, Professor Par, for the sharing. And because I heard during this discussion, I think it's still interesting to do this rice field and also fish co-culture together. So we have the special program in our institution to invite some the professors. So I offer to you, I don't know, maybe next year to invite you as the professor research to come to our research center, for example. So I will talk to the head of research group, maybe Dr. Idil or Dr. Sahabuddin, or maybe also Dr. Hatim to invite you in next year. I think that's all, Professor Amin, and thank Prof. Pal for your time.
Thank you, thank you.
All right, once again, ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much for your attention and your attendance to this event. My name is Samara Prensa, signing out, and good morning. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Thank you.
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
See you, everybody.
Bye-bye.
Thank you, Professor John.
Thank you, Prof. Jin. Thank you, Prof. Jin. See you
Mata
next time.
Samin, terima kasih banyak.
Thank you, Prof. Jin.